in your call to artist document, we're on page 12. If you have your booklet, you can follow along. So right behind me is the Grande Wall there, under construction by Grand Link. The stop will be towards the mall there, starting at the edge of that fence, coming towards us here. Where we're standing right now is the bus loop entrance to the future bus stops that are going to be on the right or on the far side of the LRT stop. The landscaped area, or the big circle on page 12, is going to be in that area there, just near the mall. And then as we head towards Wilson, this will be the track crossover, and then the LRT will travel across Wilson to Cortland. Behind us here at these Burger King and Krabby Joe spots is the future GRT bus terminal, which will be located here, as well as a 200 parking spot park and ride for transit users. Everyone pretty well oriented?
Does anyone have any specific location-related questions or transit-related questions? The actual artwork locations? Okay, so for at this stop, we've identified the linear wall here, so the retaining wall that's being built could have something either on the surface of it and or mounted to the top of it where there is a grade separation change. There also at the far end of this stop is going to be a large landscaped area that will be open space that could be open to a piece of artwork, either standalone or incorporated into the landscaping.
Can I ask a traffic related question?
Sure.
How is it going to work coming down from Fairway Road to turn left when the crossing things are coming down? How's that going to be coordinated so it doesn't back up traffic?
Brendan? Traffic related question, sorry. We're wondering about how the traffic will work on Fairway with the road crossing.
So over here we're going to have basically crossing gates similar to like a railway track, and that's how crossing protection we maintain for the train.
But the lights are going to be coordinated then, but it's going to back up traffic,
Correct.
Especially at Christmas time.
So everything is coordinated with pretty high-tech software, so that the crossing gates and these traffic signals at Fairway and Wilson all work together.
It should prove interesting.
It will be learning. Yep. Question back here.
Now, some of this artwork may require some heavy-duty footing. You're already under construction. Would having to dig a hole to put a footing in interfere with some of the work that's already been done?
Yes, some of the stops will be fully completed at the time of the artwork installation, and so if there is foundation work to be done, that should be included in the artwork budget overall as part of your work.
Yeah, but knowing that it's going to interfere with that stop.
And the stop will not be active yet. So the timing for the ION project is that the stops are going to be completed in about 6 to 8 months, and then there's quite a period of testing for the tracks, and during that time of testing we're hoping that will also be the time that the artwork can be installed, and then the public use will not be until the end of 2017, early 2018.
I was going to say, as a current public transit user, the main transfer stop is over just really in front of the Hudson's Bay store and the mall doors right now. So those buses are going to be moving to be adjacent to the LRT stop, but there's still going to be a lot of people who want to get over to the mall and kind of find their way back and forth. So, I think something that really shows that this is the transit stop and where you are is going to perhaps be very helpful to the site.
Great. I'm going to hold questions just for a second and introduce Marie Morneau. She is the community leader and an active resident here in the Kingsdale neighborhood and is going to speak for about 5 minutes about the Kingsdale community.
Okay, I won the Mayor's Walk when Carl Zare was in, In 2013, I wrote an article about Kingsdale and stuff like that. It's in this book. This book is compiled. It's got businesses, pictures of the community center, all kinds of stuff. I'll let her show it around. But in the front, I put a dedication, and this book of pictures is dedicated to all the people, past, present, and future, who may have or will reside or work in this beautiful Kingsdale area. Originally, Kingsdale area was known as a rural area called Sunnyside. The people living here at the time complained about their mail being delivered late all the time. So according to the London Free Press of January 28, 1949, and the KW Record of April 1949, the area of Kingsdale was formed. Kingsdale was named after the Prime Minister, William Lyon Mackenzie King, who was born in Kitchener, and that's why this is such an important stop, I feel. According to Prime Minister King, who was notified, he said he remembered as he was motoring through the suburb that it was one of the old beauty spots of Waterloo County. So the first post office was opened in Kingsdale in 1949, and in a bakery owned by a J.P. King, who became the first postmaster. By coincidence, the baker's son was named William Lyon Mackenzie King, but the two Kings were not related. The first person to receive mail the day it was opened was Mrs. James Barclay. The above was told to me via the librarian Karen Balapat as taken from the Grace Schmidt room of the Kitchener Library. During the 40s, many wartime homes were built, and more homes were built during the 60s and 70s. And there was also information gathered from the zoning and planning departments of the city of Kitchener. And I wrote this November 15, 2013. This is Kate's copy. And I brought a book of Kingsdale along. And if Kate's responsible for it, you can share it with people on the bus and bring it back to Kingsdale Community Center, if you can be very careful with it. So, just a few other things. I've lived here for almost 26 years. I've seen a lot of diversities. Just in the mall, Wilco used to be there, and Zehrs used to be in there, and then it went to Walmart and the Bay, and it used to be Simpson Sears, and those things have changed. The Toy for Us Plaza over here used to be a drive-in where my husband and I first took our daughter. She would sleep and we watched a movie, no babysitter, And a lot of other people have remembered those things. And we used to have a library going around that was a bookmobile thing that the kids could get their books from, and then that was canceled out. And then the two schools in our areas, our children went to Wilson, and then one day we came home from church, and here the Wilson school was on fire, and then it was rebuilt, and our kids had to be bused somewhere else. So there's a lot of different history about this area.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I have a small token of appreciation for Marie taking the time out of her day to come and speak with us. Thank you so much. And I think it's really important to have a sense of the community, and you've really provided that to us. I will take the book with us, and we can look at it on the bus, and then I will return it to the Kingsdale Community Center. And if you are considering an artwork for this community, I would encourage you to visit the Kingsdale Community Center. It's a real hub of the community. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Question?
Yep, the question.
Is the artwork going to be on this gray wall that runs along? Are there tracks where the stitch is, or what's the orientation of the track?
So in terms of what we're looking at right now is the wall is under construction still, so it'll be a bit taller than it is right now, and the track height will be about half a meter or so taller once everything's built up. Does that put in context?
Wall is where the artwork would be on.
Correct.
Higher.
Yeah. Yeah. Just to repeat that last question, so the LRT tracks were about a half a meter higher once the finished grade is there, and then the wall will be higher also. About the same.
How far does the wall extend that way and that way?
So the wall will go almost all the way to Wilson, and it will extend pretty much to the Hudson's Bay corner there, just shy of it, but it's on a bit of a downward slope. So the tallest part of the wall is where we were looking